Good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Thursday afternoon show, live and direct from somewhere across the universe, somewhere in England, somewhere in North London. I'm not about to tell you where, but we're here. We've got two parts. There's only two parts of a whole, and this one's probably going to be a short, sharp. No, it's going to be a short show. Forget about sharpness. We did that yesterday. I'm not about to do the sharpness today. But yeah, some kind of backed up comments in regards to those comments from Granit Xhaka, not coming from me, it's coming from somebody else. And actually, this person's not even an Arsenal legend or Arsenal player. He's just coming up with his thoughts. But he is a pundit. He is a pundit. And the other bit of news, I can't remember what it's about. I can't remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So we're going to be talking about those two parts of the whole. We'll be reviewing the latest poll that we put on Canon Friday TV as well as the one that we did yesterday. And some other bits and pieces kind of sandwiched in between those two bits and pieces there. But and that's it. A short show on Wednesday afternoon. Join me on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back to Canon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, indeedy. Wednesday afternoon show over here, two parts of the whole. But what you need to worry about is subscribing. That's all you need to do. If you do anything else important in your life, subscribe. That's all you need to do for the next 5 minutes, or next 10 minutes, or maybe 20 minutes, depending on how long we last. How long is that going to last on this short show? Not sharp show, but a short show. But anyway, let's get to this so we can get to that. All right, so let's remove this so we can get to that. So first up again, a final one from yesterday. These comments are coming up from Alan Shearer in regards to Granit Xhaka. Alan Shearer has stated that Granit Xhaka's interview being critical of Arsenal players after the defeat at Newcastle was slightly disappointing. Again, I'm not saying this. This is Alan Shearer saying this. The Newcastle legend told Premier League Productions that Xhaka wasn't exactly brilliant on the night, as Arsenal's Champions League hopes went up in tatters. Only last week, Mikel Arteta was one win away from guiding his young squad in Champions League football. But the Gunners have managed to shoot themselves in the foot with Xhaka making it clear to his players, stay at home. Stay at home if they aren't ready to perform, as he told Sky Sports. They are comments that didn't sit well with Shearer, who was also critical of Arsenal not working harder than their opponents. One thing that isn't acceptable is for anyone in football to say is the other team worked harder than us, Shearer said. That's free. Everyone can work hard. You shouldn't be in that kit if you don't work hard. That's a given. And that was the case for Arsenal. And the other night against Tottenham, outthought, and outthought. I understand why the emotions will be anger, and we will be hurt. But I don't like that Granit Xhaka said in terms of youngsters, if you can't handle it, then you don't come or sit on the bench. He wasn't exactly brilliant because he was poor as well. So he had them to hold up his hand too. So he wasn't good enough, not just the youngsters. So that was slightly disappointing to hear from an experienced player. And did I not say that yesterday? Did I not say that yesterday? It's one thing saying that, but you look at yourself, Granit Xhaka. Over the course, we're not going to talk about the previous seasons. The course of this season, how many red cards did you get? Which was detrimental to Arsenal not winning the game. But you didn't hear any of the youngsters coming out and saying, actually, Granit Xhaka, he didn't play well. If he's not good enough, he needs to go to Roma, or if he's not good enough, he needs to stay home. If he's not good enough, he needs to stay on the bench. The youngsters have never come out and said that. So just because he's got the big E at the beginning of his name, experienced Arsenal player Granit Xhaka, doesn't give him the divine right to say that. You weren't any better. You were not any better, Granit Xhaka. And actually, you know what? Alan Shearer has just said that. He wasn't fantastic himself, himself. I'm trying not to go hard in on this one because I know come the easy talk, day after tomorrow, yeah, the lads, well, the panelists have already told me, I want to be on the easy talk. So, okay, all right, you be on the easy. Okay, all right. You want to be on the easy talk? All right, fair enough. So it's going to be an interesting one, the easy talk. I haven't actually even done any coding, haven't done any thumbnail artwork, so I'm just scared, man. I'm just scared what they're going to come out with. No doubt they will keep it clean. Will they? They're going to have to because I'm going to be hosting the easy talk. And then, actually, not this weekend, but the following weekend, I'll be on another platform, another podcast that we call The Back Five. Imagine that, The Back Five podcast. And we're going to be talking about the whole season in its totality and doing player ratings. To be honest, I think it's for the last 2 seasons now. We've stopped doing the player ratings because we did a vote, a poll, what you would like to see, the content going forward. And like we said, you know what, Alex, don't do the player ratings, man. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to be forced to do a player rating, but not on Canon 4 TV. It'll be on another podcast. So look out for that, the Back Five podcast, the following Sunday, not this coming Sunday. Talking about Sunday. I'm hoping that both my brother and myself, no, not hoping, no matter what happens, we will be at the Emirates. We will be at the Emirates. And we will be going live at the Emirates. And there might be a little bit of a surprise in there for you guys as well. It's down to my brother. It's not me. I think my brother's watching now. We're full of surprises, we are. Full of surprises. So yeah, just one more before we go in to the live chat. Let's have a look at the poll. The latest poll that we did was in regards to Granit Xhaka's comments. Yeah, so Granit Xhaka's comments, choose only one. He was right or he was wrong. I tell you what, it's shot to 125 votes. No comments as yet, and 5 likes, and the numbers are falling as so. So 8% of you believe that he was wrong, and 92% of you believe that he was right. I'm on the 8%ers, not 92%. He was wrong, man. Keep it to yourself. Better still, don't air your dirty linen. Save it for the changing rooms, not out front and center. But anyway. So you can still have your say. Go on platform, look at the community tab. You see all of the voting there. Have your say, whether he was right, he was wrong, and actually look at all the other votes that we've done over the last 3.5 years. Right, so let's go into the live chat. I guess maybe it's probably only one. Oh yeah, see, there you go. See, only one comment, and that's okay. It's all right. It's come from the Assembled, and he says, Arthur and Alex, I think Xhaka basically said the dressing room isn't a happy place. Did he say that? Is that what he meant? I don't think that's what he meant. He was talking about the performance, not whether it's a happy place in the dressing room. Is that what he meant? I must have missed something. What, is he saying that he's also not happy? Daring me. Right, there's no other comments as such as yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this video, there's a video being played out, and also remind each and every one of you that there is an opportunity to get some passive income. If you're looking for extra money, maybe to go on holiday, extra money to retire, and maybe extra money to buy a house or a car. Are you one of those people looking for that? Well, if you are, you might say, oh, actually, Alex, can you give me some information? Can you give me some information, please, Alex, on getting some passive income, some serious passive income? You need to send me an email to inquire. The email is arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. Now, I want to go in, hard on this one and actually say, a lot of people are going to complain, but they won't do anything about it. And that's just the way of the world, isn't it? You pays your money, you takes your pick. But I'm thinking in these times when the fuel prices have just shot through the roof, the price of living has shot through, not only in the UK, across the globe. Across the globe, this has left no stone unturned. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be the 95 percenters and of people complaining, but you won't do anything about it? Or would you rather be part of the 5 percenters and say, actually, I'm going to moan, but I'm going to do something about it? Have a look at this video, and I'll see you on the other side.
I have learned from the life I live that there are opportunities all around us if we will only just look and listen. With opportunities comes risk and rejection, yes, but imagine looking back and saying, I did that, rather than waiting until it was too late. If you want passive income and a sense of personal freedom, act now. This is not for everyone. Not everyone is looking. If you are that person, contact us now. arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com.
So, I mean, the video, is it cryptic? It's not really cryptic. It just says, enjoy your family, enjoy your life, enjoy your time. And if you don't find that you're not enjoying any one of those three ideals of freedom, then you need to do something about it. And again, passive income, using money to compound and make more money from the money that you have, and even more money on top of that. If you are interested, if you are one of those people watching Mr. Alex on California TV, send me an email. Yeah. All right. There's been 2 more further comments. If the players aren't following the Arteta system, obviously it's not a happy place. Well, it could be a confused place. They're probably thinking, well, what really are we supposed to be doing? Arteta, I don't really understand. Oh, don't be quiet. Oh, listen. I've already explained before. I'm not going to explain again. Okay, sorry, Mr. Arteta. So they've probably gone out there and they're thinking, lads, do you know what the plan is? Nah, we don't know it either. And they're probably too scared to go to the man and say, boss, Gaff, we don't really understand the plan. Can you explain to me again so I can relate to the lads? So it could be that they're not understanding what are the tactics, much less not being happy. Who knows? Only one person knows, and that's Granit Xhaka. Only Granit Xhaka knows. Well, he thinks he knows. Anyway, afternoon, Alex. We might. Oh, sorry, Tygonosaurus says, afternoon, Alex. We might not get top 4. No, really. But we have 5th. So some progress from 2 8th finishes, and that's what I said. Actually, you would have to define in your own terms what is progress. So if you're looking at where we finish at the end of the season, above 8th or 7th or 6th, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, is that progress? Well, I guess yeah. The definition of progress. What is it? But in the totality, when I'm looking at again the players, the young players who've gotten us out of so many holes, difficult situations, but yet we weren't mindful enough to buy players in the January transfer window. Is that progress? The squad threadbare, bare threadbare. Is that progress? So if you're saying, from a positional point of view, where we end up in the table, then I guess that is progress. If it was 8th or 9th, then it'll be regression. We would have regressed. Positional. Depends how you define progress. December, at least we can see a system now, 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, and the press. What Arteta can't do is convey or change things when it's needed. Progress to me was Europe and all the deadwood out of the club, and Kroenke's putting money in their pocket. Okay, so that's the definition for you of progress. What is the definition for everybody else who's watching now? I'm sure everyone, if there's like 10 people, I'm sure the 10 people would have their own definition of progress. Yes, you're right, Alex. So he lived and should fall by January decisions because you should have brought in strikers and midfielders. Yeah, he should have. Woulda, coulda, shoulda doesn't count for anything because that's the past, isn't it? It's about what you're going to do for the here and now and on Sunday. What can he do? I don't know. When I look at the players, even the Newcastle game, Newcastle just didn't allow Arsenal to get into their stride. They huffed and they puffed and they blew Arsenal's house down. That's what they did. They just didn't give Arsenal a chance to get any momentum. And that's down to Eddie Howe conveying the message to the players. I look at, Unai Emery. I mean, Villarreal players, they play for Unai Emery. Whatever the message is, they deliver the message on the pitch. Now, again, with the Arsenal players, I'm thinking, what was the message? What was the message conveyed to the players? Well, Newcastle players didn't give them a chance. Didn't give them a chance to express themselves. And it's funny, I had a discussion with one of the teachers today who's also an Arsenal fan. And he said, the thing is, you make those decisions and it's coming back to haunt us. You let Aubameyang go. You didn't replace Aubameyang. The January transfer window. And when you really look at the squad, how many players can you say they are, world beaters, the best of the best, or the best of a good bunch? Possibly two. This is not me saying this. This is my colleague, one of the teachers, the PE teacher. And he said, there's probably only two players. I was thinking, right, okay, which players are you thinking about? He said, maybe Bukayo Saka and maybe Martin Odegaard, but are they world beaters now? Only two players he came up with. I thought, wow, my goodness, man. Not good. Where we need to be, we've got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. Because I look at, Chelsea, I look at Man City, I look at Liverpool, their first 11. Wow, okay, your first 11. You've got maybe 5 or 6 players who can just wear the armband. You think, oh, yeah. The armband, captain's armband fits well with that player. 4 to 5 players, the top 3 teams. You come to 4th, right? We're talking about maybe Tottenham and Arsenal. I'm thinking it's slim pickings. Slim pickings. You look at the bench for those 3 teams, Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea. You think, wow, okay, then he can come off the bench and have some impact, or they can come off. But you look at Tottenham, really. You look at Arsenal, you're thinking, I don't know, man. Slim pickings. We have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. And the other thing I want to say, I forgot to say from yesterday, is that the majority of these players now are Mikel Arteta's players. They are his players. There's no getting away from it. Torreira's not there. Maitland-Niles is not there. Bellerin is not there. Guendouzi is not there. Saliba is not there. Reece Nelson is not there. These are his players. Tired. I've never in my life seen Arsenal at the bottom of the league. First division or Premier League, I have now. From since Wenger left, we are averaging 20 goals less per season. The AFCON was the big mistake. They knew for years it was going to happen. Why let Maitland-Niles go? It was very odd. Or Auba go without a replacement. Well, all this stuff about, we don't want to waste any money. Let's not waste the money. Just keep the money and we'll go for it with the players that we have. Chickens come home to roost. The progress to 5th for me was the best they could have done. What hurts me is the flipping studs are taking that 4th place. If it was Man United, it would not hurt so much. How do I feel about that? I mean, just any of those teams there, man, it's bad enough. Can't stand Man United. Can't stand them. I guess, as you say, the Spuds. Ty, the reason they were let go, an unhappy changing room. Willian walked away from his contract just not to go back to Arsenal. Think about that. That's a good point, actually. That's a really good point. That's a really good point, Alex. Those loan players would have got us to fourth. Do you know what I thought about that actually this morning? And I thought, we don't know that. We don't know. We're just really speculating. All of the aforementioned players. I mean, the debate is: would Reece Nelson would he have done a better job than Nicolas Pepe? Would he have done a better job than Nico Pepe? Would Lucas Torreira in the midfield done a better job than the current midfielders we have? Could a Guendouzi done a better job in the midfield? For me, my honest opinion is I don't know. I don't know. Is Memphis Depay our striker? Answer: no, he's not. He's not. And it's interesting, isn't it? Life for him at Barcelona is just not great, isn't it? It's not. Nothing's happening there, man. Would he enjoy life better if he was playing back in the Premier League? I've got no idea. I have no idea. But yeah, man, an unhappy squad makes for a squad not making top four. That's what I'm gonna say. Just double checking, looking and seeing if we are, if we is, if we ain't. Sorry, people. Just making sure that we are running live and direct in the. Yes, we are. Indeed, we are. We is. Let me just retweet that out. Pow! Alex, prevention is better than a cure. We seem to be curing prevention. I guess so. Yeah, prevention is better than a cure, and we just need to look at the short history. Can't look at the long history of Arsenal and learn the errors of our mistakes. Even last season, before that, they give you little hints of what we should be doing, and it's for Arsenal, Edu, Vinay, Mr. Richard Garlick, and the manager to think what they need to do. And for the life of me, I can't imagine that Arsenal are going to buy upwards of 6 players in the summer transfer window. It's just not going to happen. We need minimum 6 players. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Those loans are getting awards. Arteta should be able to get the best out of them, right? It should be. It should be. It's one thing to live in a hope and a prayer that things are going to get better, but I always voted. I stuck by 8th place finish. No, we're not going to finish 8th. That's not going to happen. And like I said yesterday, when the last ball is kicked on Sunday, you will know where Arsenal are going to finish. And all the stuff about, oh, well, you know what? You never know. Norwich might turn up on Sunday. I'm not going for that, man. I'm not going for that. As the new Arsenal manager, how are you going to fix the team to win the league? Is that a question for me? Is that a question for me, Ty? That's surely not a question for me. As difficult as it sounds, employ a seasoned number 2. Someone who's going to challenge you on your decisions. And then proper recruitment. Oops. Sorry, there's people. What's happened here? There we go. Because again, I go, again to Mr. Granit Xhaka. Terrible comments. And this is just from my point of view again. When he wanted to go, he wanted to leave. And actually, he did say that it was Mikel Arteta who convinced him to stay. Granit Xhaka is the product of the manager. There's no getting away from it. So, again, recruit a strong, seasoned number two. Someone who will fight you tooth and nail and question, I say, almost all the decisions that you make. Recruitment. We've got to get back to doing proper recruitment. And none of the stuff about, oh, you know what, let's just keep hold of the funds. Let's not, waste the money. The squad needed bumping up. But nobody ever listens. Nobody ever listens. Oops, sorry about this. Ah. Our management has improved the defence by letting in more goals. And if we lose on Sunday, we'd have lost more games than last season. I see the progress. Do you, Alex? I don't. So, what do you think about Henry as a number two? He would speak. He would speak. Well, the thing is, Arteta did say that he's willing to welcome back, the ex-Arsenal players, the legends, the Invincibles. But anyone speaking negative will be banished. No negativity at Arsenal. Spread amongst the youngsters. But for me, Thierry Henry as number two, no, no, no. There's one thing, listen, to have a strong number two and debating, and there's something completely different when you're actually fighting and arguing. And I can see that happening. The fallout would not be good. Henry telling Arteta what to, and as well, you've got to remember, it's not comparable, is it? Thierry Henry, a club record goal scorer, coming in as number two to Arteta. Who do you think the players are going to look up to? They'll look up to Thierry Henry, not to a manager. Maybe Xhaka wants out, and this is why this is his way to go to Roma. It could be. Tired. I didn't realise Henry Worth was a coach in football teams. Yeah, for me, Thierry Henry as number two, no, 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 no. I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah. Okay, let's refresh the page and see what the numbers are like now on the latest vote that we've done in regards to Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka's comments, and it's jumped up now to 165 votes. Now we have 7 likes. Still no comments just yet, but the numbers have stayed the same. 8% of you believe that Granit Xhaka was wrong with his comments, and 92% of you believe that he was right. I'm sticking with the 8%. Okay. Do you know what, people? I think we're finished. I think we're finished on this. Oh, my days. Just leaves me to remind each and every one of you that come Friday will be another segment of the Easy Talk. And the topics, I'm sure. Actually, I haven't even sent out the topics yet. So I can't tell you what the topics are going to be. The topics, you have to wait and see. Just make sure that you tune in. And it won't be a 7:30. It's going to have to be an 8 p.m. kickoff because I've got some bits and pieces I need to do with my daughter. I'm going to be visiting my mum. It's a surprise for my mum because I know how my mum loves my daughter. So we're going to be going to visit my mum maybe after 4, after 5. So I want to spend a couple of hours with my mum, then driving my daughter back home, and then having to come here on time. So it'll be an 8 p.m. kickoff. And then Sunday, man, Sunday, we will be going live at the Emirates. And we will be, I say we, because it's going to be my brother and myself. My brother and I at the Emirates. And there might be a surprise in there for you. What's the surprise, Mr. Alex? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. All right, people. I think we just had a couple more comments, and then we're done on this one. We're done. Truth hurts. That poll spot on. Like I said, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I just happen to be right. I just happen to be right, and Granit Xhaka is wrong. It's not the comments. It's the manner. Those comments could have been had in the dressing room. He didn't need to come out front and center and say, "Oh, this happened," and the players, you're not good enough. Stay home or stay on the bench. Then you need to include yourself in that discussion there. But don't air your dirty linen out in the public to listen to. That's my only, annoyance at those comments there. And actually, the final one is, of all people to come up with that, the person who has, one of the worst disciplinary records at Arsenal. Doc says, no invincibles at the club, please. I agree. No invincibles. I'm dumbfounded at the moment. I said Arsenal could lose these last 3 games. I didn't want to be right. You should have put a bet on. You should have put a bet on, innit? You'd have been quids in, man. Doc, we have Edu. And I'll leave it just there. I'm going to leave it right there. All right, people. We are finished over here on the Wednesday early afternoon show, as promised. I will be back early, hopefully same time, same place, just a different day. And in preparation for the East Talk on Friday, 8 p.m. Anyway. Enjoy the remnants of your day. Enjoy the remnants of your evening or your night. You might be sleeping, in which case you're probably not watching Canon 40 TV. And I shall see you tomorrow. Now, again, I know I've got so many transfer videos to do. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm falling behind. Because you know what it is? I'm kind of trying to gear myself up for the transfer window. And that's a marathon in itself. It really is a marathon because nobody else is going to do those videos. But anyhow, we're done. We're done on this. On this, Canon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over